stage in a very beautiful venue, and of course to thank all the beautiful people of the capital in Canberra. My name is Jazeel Mistry. I'm your MC for tonight and tomorrow night and the night after. So if you're joining us for the Sydney show as well, you'll be seeing a lot of me. And firstly to welcome Padma Shri Hariharan ji, welcome to Australia, and starting off our tour welcome to the capital. And to also your son Akshay Hariharan, welcome. And to all the musicians, the technicians and the crew and everyone who has come through, thank you very much. It was a pleasure to have you guys. I've never seen a bunch of happy musicians coming out of an 18-hour flight and a 3-hour drive to the capital and still smiling when they enter the hotel. So guys, thank you very much for all those beautiful smiles, and we really hope you have a beautiful stay and the entire tour is great. And of course to thank the most important people who have brought Padma Shri Hariharan over here for his Australia tour, E3 events. Mr. Dipesh Parikh, thank you very much. He was our national promoter. Mr. Dipesh is our old friend, and I started my career in show business and production through him in our beautiful country of New Zealand, which is very good right now, a little bit quiet, but it's good to be over here in Australia. And of course, Oma Media Group with Siddharth and his entire team. Guys, thank you very much for having us over here. Darshil, Sailesh, and the entire group and their family as well. It's very hard to run a show business in Australia when you have a family. Trust me, I know that very well. And to all our supporters, friends and family, guys, thank you very much for joining us over here in this beautiful venue at the Abbey. So I'd like to thank all the staff, the friends and family at the Abbey, and of course Dana, who are the catering and the restaurant partners, for having us over here on a beautiful weeknight in Canberra. I feel a lot of people only work in Canberra for 4 hours. That's only when the Parliament is on and when the Prime Minister is in town, and the rest of the time the shopping centre is full. So it's fun. So ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'm finally pleased have some very important people over here. I'm not Kapil Sharma, I just want to say that. Hariharan ji has been on the Kapil Sharma show, and it's a very prestigious stage. But we have our own little fun night. I'm not going to say a comedy night, but it's going to be a little fun night, and to explore India-Australia relationships. Of course, both our Prime Ministers have been meeting and greeting on the highest level and for discussing one of the most important topics. And when you celebrate politics, Bollywood and cricket, it's always good to do it in the capital. So welcome to Canberra. And for those of you who are visiting from Australia all across, we have some people from Northern Territory, Sydney, Melbourne, and across from Perth as well. So thank you very much for joining us. And it's an absolute pleasure. So if I may please call upon, I've got some names, so please bear with me on this one as well. And we've had some great support and sponsors. I would firstly like to call upon from All Media, Siddharth and Darshil, if you can please join us on stage. Guys, let's give the applause running. These are the most important people bringing in some very big shows to Australia. Dipesh Bhai, thank you very much, of course, from E3 Events. He's filming us. Dipesh loves to be behind the cameras. And probably the loudest round of applause for Padma Shri Hariharan ji. If you can please join us on stage, sir. And Akshay as well, to have you. Thank you very much. Come on, guys, let's keep the applause running. Welcome, guys. Wow, it's you know, when the stage is empty, it's empty, but when it's full and full of prestige, it feels absolutely great. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the media and sponsors night over here. This evening has been set by the promoters to spend a little bit more time getting to knowing Hariharan ji and his music over the last close to 4 decades, if I may say. I've been listening to you since I was 9, 4.5 decades. That's right. I counted some of my years in Dubai when I was listening to Colonial Cousins. My dad is over here from New Zealand. He's an ex-Dubai police force, but he loves your music, so I think that's what's kept him calm over the years. And thank you very much, sir. I would like to say that. To thank our sponsors, firstly, if I may, powered by Solar Forever in Canberra, of course, Darshil Bhai, thank you very much, who has been putting solars on all the roofs in Canberra, and now he's in the entertainment business. It's a fine choice. Our food partners, Tikka Tech, our diamond sponsors, Sankalp, Jay Bhavani, Mainstream Real Estate, Sarah Holidays. Our media partners who are over here and will be having some questions as well. ACT Desi and Radio Manpasand. Vikas Sharma from ACT Desi, thank you very much. And from Radio Manpasand we have RJ Manish, who's got a very deep voice for an RJ. Man, he's got some voice. Ooh. Okay, and events for supporters, we've got Midnight Fun House. I think everyone is going to be treated to that after the show, guys. Hopefully, that's good. We need some fresh air and fresh mouth freshness. New Age Home Loans, Satyabai Grocery Stores, Structure Point Custom Home Builders, The Royal Turban, Tulsi Artificial Grass and Fencing, Aussie Liquor, Chaat and Chai, Tandoori Express, Desi Bazaar, Have Decor, Accutex, Corner Tapri, Rental Guide, Dwarkesh Group, and of course, once again, thank you very much to everyone at the Abbey over here and Dana Restaurant catering for us tonight as well. So guys, a loud round of applause. So thank you very much to you and your amazing family and to all your staff over here who are going to be up with us tonight. And of course, I think you've heard enough of me today, so if we have the voice of the maestro, I think RJ, it would be an absolute honor to share this mic because it's a lot more personal.
For quite some time. And then I looked at my mobile. It was 3:30 in Bombay. Suddenly I went back to sleep. I said, I'm feeling so tired, 3:30 is no way. And I got up at 12 o'clock. So I think by tomorrow it'll be all set.
You'll be fully climatized.
Yeah.
I think I was running with you on Bombay time as well. I'm from South Bombay. My dad was like, are you going to be closing your phone and putting the music off? And I said, I forgot to juggle between a lot of things. So I slept at 4:30, missed my breakfast. But it's really good to have your family as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Akshay, following the footsteps of the great dad, what's the plan in terms of new music? What's your genre? What's your style?
So I'm a composer and I program and mix my own music as well. So I'm going to be releasing a lounge album. I think in the next week should be out. And also post that, I think in the next couple of months, I've done an album which is like a blend between Indian classical and electronic music. So that features Dad and a few more prominent classical artists. So I think that's in the horizon.
Will we get a glimpse of that during the tour in the cities?
No, I think that will scare a few people, but but no, in the future, definitely. Yeah.
We can't wait to have you, of course, in the future too as well. RJ, the journey from Colonial Cousins to the latest ventures that you've had, how has Bollywood really transitioned over the years for you personally?
It's been a long journey, yeah. I started my career in 77. I remember 74 or 75, it was television had just come to India. So, and why I remember that is because there were very less TV sets available in India. So we had a TV set and we had nearly about 50 people at home watching. They had come to watch me on the television. And we knew the technician very well. We used to get a TV called ECTV, black and white ECTV. And it was very moody. It used to work certain days, it won't work certain other days. So we had kind of made sure that the technician, he was a South Indian. So he said, we invited him for dinner that day so that he'll be there when the show is on. So he will help us if it goes off or something like that. And so those were the days. Then started singing like Haroi and ghazals and things like that. So over the 40-45 years, I've seen a lot of trends in music. And I always feel I'm a student of music and always trying to innovate and get to know or try out different areas or genres of music. I try to do them, you know, and it's been a very interesting kind of a journey. Yeah.
Your first memories when you first did your first tour, when you set out of India and when your music was popular overseas, what was that tour like? You want to give us a glimpse of that?
You know, I can talk about coming to Australia in the 80s. I used to sing with Asha Bhosle. I remember those days, Asha ji, Panchamda, R.D. Burman, and we had our star Amjad Khan, the great actor. So he was there, and there were other lady actresses also who had come. And then we had Suresh Wadkar, Shailendra Singh, and I was there, and Ashaji's daughter, Varsha. We used to all sing. So it was in Sydney, our first show in the 80s. I remember, yeah, absolutely. And then we went to Melbourne, and I still remember that day. And but that was the first time I was singing with her abroad, you know, like. God saved me that day. I did well.
A surreal feeling, and then of course we're here in 2023. You're here on your tour. We'd like to. What would we be seeing in terms of the new age of Hariharan's music? Because you've seen so many decades of music. This tour that you're doing here.
This tour is basically Bollywood, and I'm doing one Tamil show. And one will be mixed, I think in Melbourne. They want Bollywood as well as Kollywood.
Yes.
Yeah. So I'll be playing the woods with a dash of colonial and ghazals. Yeah.
Your whole ideology about this whole phrase of Bollywood and now pan-India, South movies doing better. Bollywood, of course, we're all Indians, we all enjoy movies. You as a singer, music producer, how do you perceive music when it comes to different genres from India to the world, for world music?
I think anything coming from India, which becomes popular, has to have the earthiness of the country, of our country. Because you can't any genre which goes to the international, through movies or through your records or whatever, the music world, it has to have something very Indian, which is attraction. And it's fused with something else, which the world is familiar with. So when they're hearing, it's not apparently they're hearing an Indian song, but actually they're getting, they're getting the taste of it. So that's very interesting that it's been periodical. There was one time when African music was in the mainstream music. Then you had Latin, basically. So this, I think it's a time when Indian music is being, appreciated, and people feel it's got something else to give them.
Akshay, your perception on the genres that you're tapping into, of course, that's going to be, because now Indian music, classical music, has also been inspired by Western music, and we're seeing this great fusion happening in the new generation. How is your production and your producing going to be helping India to the world, and of course vice versa? Are you picking up genres from other parts of the world and other cultures?
Yeah, precisely. Basically what I feel is our real classical music is kind of lost in translation. Because as Dad said, it has to be packaged in a familiar way for the newer generation to enjoy it. So part of my endeavor with that album is to, kind of expose those types of humores or goals or to the newer generation, but packaged in a familiar way. But the trick is to have a blend between both, so that it doesn't sound like one thing is cut or pasted on the other. It has to be synergized. That's the good word for it. So 2 plus 2 is 5 has to happen, you know.
That's
Yeah.
to make a global impact.
Exactly.
And I think that's exactly what we'll also be seeing in the future, of course, from Akshay as well. Coming to our promoters, Om Media, Sid and Darshil. Darshil, you've transformed from the solar, I mean, you're still in the solar business, but every business in Australia, guys, I've been here for the last 10 years, every business in Australia is, of course, loves to be connected with cricket and Bollywood. What's your story behind getting into completely two different industries?
No, solar is our primary business, and we last year we thought to do some enter into the event industry, and we got an opportunity to work with Hariharan sir. So we thought like we should jump into it and do it.
Your first production in
Yeah,
the
this is our
capital,
first event, yes.
your first tour, it starts from Canberra,
Yes.
and you brought the biggest prestigious
Yes,
name,
that's true.
Sir Hariharan, and of course Akshay and his entire group. So I think Canberra, you guys are in for an absolute treat. And of course a loud round of applause for All Media Entertainment for taking this big plunge, especially after COVID. It's not been easy. Yes, last year we've had I would probably say last year we've had a blast with a lot of singers, sir. We've had some world-renowned music from Bollywood and international. And of course now the Indian population is growing heavily in the capital, which is great to see that as well, because it's easier to get a PR through Canberra. That's what I've been told, which is great. Sid, to yourself, how would what was your thought process, of course, before you approached Hariharan sir, and what was All Media's objective in terms of entertainment in Canberra?
Like we told, like we planning to do like either jump on event last year. Last year Dinesh bhai gave it to like for Garba, but we couldn't do it because we couldn't find the venue. And that time he gave us like big time. Now you have to do it. I said we can, and then we found the venue and everything, and now we here to.
And of course, with the right synergy, we're all here, guys. So what a beautiful story, and truly. Harrison, if I may ask you one more question, if I can. Before you choose to compose anything in terms of music or anything, what is your thought process, or what are the boxes that you would like to tick before you start even writing or even composing music?
The lyrics. Yeah, that's the most important thing. I was in the late 70s, I met Shri Jaydev ji. He's one of India's greatest composers. His song Allah Tero Naam, I think we all know the song, yeah. So I learned how you go about actually composing poetry. And so poetry is where you start. Of course, और भी गाने होते हैं कि आप जो लाइट किस्म के गाने होते हैं कि आप डा 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 करके आप कुछ ट्यून बनाए हैं उसमें फिर आप करते हैं, that is okay. Like a lot of colonial songs we did the other way because then we had to write the lyrics. That was a different thing. But जैसे कि मैं अपने गज़ल जो मैं कंपोज करता हूँ तो पहले हम शायरी पढ़ते हैं तो उसके बाद कुछ होता है और धुन आता है.
So your earlier life, I mean, I'm from South Bombay, but I was bred and brought up, of course, overseas, and I know you were brought up and born in Dadar.
Yeah, Matuga.
You had a lot of Parsi friends? So I'm a Parsi, and I'd love to know Parsi stories. You had a lot of Parsi friends in Dadar, Matuga?
Yeah. You know something? You have a lot of Parsi friends, no?
Yes.
So you got to tell this after I say this. Dadar mein dil diya, dar diya, dikaya 2 din se.
That means Baman Irani is a very good friend.
There's one thing, dil dikadeko, dil dikadeko, dil dikadeko.
It's like if you want to pick up the American accent, you got to
I'll
roll
tell
the
you
R's.
something, I am very close to Parsi colony. In fact, this, it's the opposite footpath is Parsi colony. It's such a beautiful place and it's just the way it is. and 5 Gardens. We call it 5 Gardens. Yeah, and it's an amazing place.
Sir, if I may ask you, if music wasn't your option back in the early days, would you pursue films? Would you pursue acting? What would be your alter?
Actually, I'm a lawyer. I've completed law. I can practice. Yeah.
So you would have been a lawyer. Is that something you would have loved to do?
Haji?
Is that something you would have loved to do?
Not really.
I'm glad music has worked out for you, and we are happy, ladies and gentlemen, to have Padma Shri Hariharan over here to start the Australian tour over here in the capital, in Canberra. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining us, sir. Please, if you want to take a seat, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, let's keep this applause running through. I do sorry apologize as well. I think we have some questions to the floor. He's already ready with his mic.
Yes, I am.
Sir, okay.
Okay.
I don't think we can hear you. We'd like to see you as well, and so would the audience.
Live.
So for Radio Manpasand, guys, a loud round of applause for RJ Manish. Manish Raj.
नमस्कार सर,
नमस्कार।
आपका स्वागत है और अभिनंदन है कैनबरा के इस हमारे पावन नगरी में जो भी लोग आते हैं सिडनी मेलबर्न जाके निकल के चले जाते हैं और आप वी आर थैंकफुल टू ऑल द प्रोमोटर्स एंड ऑर्गेनाइजर्स कि कैनबरा में भी ऐसा शो लेकर आए तो 3 cheers for all the and proud to have you here. I'm sure it will be a super duper hit. I think sold out show होने वाला है. And as Vikas said, happy birthday. आपका third.
वो अभी है, अभी थोड़ी
आने वाला है.
बच्चे
And आपने बहुत सारे रीजनल लैंग्वेजेस में भी गाने गाए हैं. 15,000 सॉन्ग्स हैं आपकी प्लेलिस्ट में और हिंदी में, तमिल में, तेलुगु में और एंड इवन गजल्स यू मेंशन. आपकी हनुमान चालीसा हैज बीन वेरी फेमस जो मेरे सीरीज में अभी भी रखी हुई है एंड आई प्ले इट ऑन इन माय कार एज वेल. एंड बहुत फेमस थी चीजें. तो जैसे वो एक आपको मतलब किस लैंग्वेज में गाने में एकदम ऐसा लगा बहुत मजा आया कर. Is it your own? Why I'm asking because आजकल नाटू का बड़ा क्रेज चला है and Telugu language has been all over the world.
करेक्ट. मैं बताता हूँ कि एक तो मुझे उर्दू बहुत पसंद है. गज़ल जो है वो उसमें काम किया, सीखा मैंने वो लैंग्वेज और रियाज भी उस जॉनर में बहुत किया हूँ. और फिर तमिल इज़ माई मदर टंग. तो वो जब मैं शुरू किया 1990s में, सिंस आई वॉज फ्रॉम बॉम्बे, आई वॉज अ बॉम्बे बॉय एंड आई हैड माई स्कूलिंग इन डॉन बॉस्को. तो तमिल सीखा नहीं था मैंने. तो उसमें 1 साल 1-2 साल थोड़ा मैं बड़ा प्रिपेयर होके जाता था रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए. इस तरीके से गाना है वो प्रोनाउंसिएशन है, लेकिन लिटरली तमिल बहुत अलग है और जो घर पे बात करते हैं वो अलग है. तो दैट आई हैड टू ब्रिज द गैप. तो वो होने के बाद ये 2 लैंग्वेजेस मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है गाने में. और फिर तेलुगु है, कन्नड़ा है, मलयालम है. मलयालम इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. हाँ बिल्कुल. और वो मुझे गवा देते हैं. क्यों साहिबो?
तो हिंदी में गाने में आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम हुई एक्सेंट में? बिकॉज ए.आर. रहमान आप दोनों की केमिस्ट्री बड़ी मैच करती है.
जी.
आई एम 90s
बिल्कुल.
यूथफुल और आप
नहीं, हिंदी में तो कुछ कभी
बहुत ही टिपिकल.
हाँ जी बिल्कुल, कभी दिक्कत नहीं.
और आजकल के गाने की बात करें, विच इज लाइक मोर लाइक ए टेक अवे फूड जैसे नो और भूल जाओ. आपको क्या कहना है कि आजकल के ना तो लिरिक्स, जैसे आपने लिरिक्स की बात की, और ना ही म्यूजिक में कोई क्रिएटिविटी है. इट्स मोर लाइक ए कॉपी पेस्ट या ऑटो ट्यून में बनते हैं.
हाँ, डिबेटेबल पॉइंट है. क्या होता है ना, बताता हूँ मैं कि जो अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं वो आज भी कर रहे हैं. ऐसी बात नहीं, कुछ लोग कर रहे हैं. अभी देखिए हम कितने फोटोग्राफ्स लेते हैं. अरे फोटो लेंगे, ये भी लेना यार. इधर बोटानिकल गार्डन गए, वो तो 10 फोटोग्राफ लिए. इधर आए ऑर्गन का फोटोग्राफ लिए. कभी हम देखते हैं इसको पलट के? कभी नहीं देखते, बिकॉज इट इज टू मच हैपनिंग. बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है, इसी तरीके से म्यूज़िक बहुत ज़्यादा प्रोड्यूस हो रहा है। तो उसमें अच्छे हैं, 2 बार ठीक है, मतलब ठीक ठीक है, और एवे है। एवे मतलब ऐसे ही, पता नहीं क्यों करते हैं। तो एवे का जो परसेंटेज है वो 70% है। और एवे म्यूजिक बहुत चलाते हैं यूट्यूब पे, चलाते हैं क्योंकि अच्छा लगता है। अच्छा, आजकल क्या होता है कि आप कितने गाने क्या है, कितने सीखे हैं, कौन है, आप कुछ नहीं है, आपके पास इंस्टा में फॉलोइंग कितना है। तो सर आई हैव गॉट 10 मिलियन व्यूज। शोज करते हैं तो कोई आता नहीं है शो में, हुआ है। तो द होल कल्चर इज चेंज and you can't blame the artist for that because it is the producers who think differently. And unless music companies भी also they go behind these hits. उनको मालूम है जो गाना है एवे है पर चल रहा है तो चलने दो. So this attitude has to change. अभी भी लिखने वाले हैं, बहुत अच्छे शायर हैं, अभी भी गाने वाले बहुत अच्छे हैं, अभी भी जो म्यूजिक बना सकते हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं, अरेंजर्स बहुत अच्छे हैं. ये पीढ़ी जो है आर्टिस्ट का, इसमें कोई दोष नहीं है. बट द मार्केटिंग, व्हाट यू कॉल एज सेलेबल म्यूजिक इज वेरी डिबेटेबल. I rest my case.
Yes, thank you so much. तो हमारे साथ मेरी co-host RJ मनी है, मनी ठाकुर. She has yeah. So you can do
welcome everybody and welcome Hariharan ji. It's a pleasure कि आप अपना टूर कैनबरा से शुरू कर रहे हैं. And it's the third time.
आप दिख नहीं रही. Sir, I could see you, huh? That's why I didn't ask you to come.
आप पीछे वालों को नहीं दिखेगा.
नहीं ठीक. अब बैठ जाइए वहाँ, बैठ जाइए.
Okay, thank you. सर, आपने बॉलीवुड में, टॉलीवुड में, आपने भोजपुरी में गाया है, आपने सिंगलीज में गाया है, आपने तेलुगु में गाया है, मलयालम में गाया है. So आज के टाइम में कोई भी बॉलीवुड मूवी चला लो, everything starts with like promotional videos भी पंजाबी में बन रही हैं. Being a Punjabi, do you have any plan पंजाबी में कुछ गाने का?
जी, पंजाबी has taken over India.
That's what I'm saying. कि बॉलीवुड में कोई भी मूवी है, उसका एक गाना जरूर पंजाबी म्यूजिक के साथ होता है, ढोल के साथ होता है.
जी.
And Punjabis are known to be loud.
Yeah.
तो तमिल में जाइए, तेलुगु सॉन्ग लाउड है लेकिन वैसे नहीं है, बट वेरी गुड म्यूजिक. अभी नाटू नाटू
इज अ लाउड सॉन्ग.
वेरी लाउड.
हाँ.
अभी इसका पंजाबी वर्जन कोई ना कोई निकालने वाला है. तो आपका कोई प्लान है आगे पंजाबी में कुछ?
पंजाबी में आई वुड लव टू सिंग.
आपने भोजपुरी.
बेजा मेरे कोल तेनू तकदा रवा, तकदा रवा मोह कुछ ना कवा हो, बेजा मेरे कोल तेनू तकदा रवा.
थैंक यू. सो सून आप कोई एल्बम लेके आएंगे पंजाबी में, लाइक बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा सबको.
जरूर.
न्यू लैंग्वेज टू एक्सप्लोर.
हाँ जी.
मैंने कहा न्यू लैंग्वेज होगी एक.
जी जरूर. ये तो मेरे आइडिया था, आपको कैसे मालूम है? सही क्वेश्चन
सब
पूछ लिया.
जानते हैं, कैनबरा वाले सब जानते हैं. और हम आरजेस वैसे भी सब जानते हैं क्या चल रहा है बिहाइंड द सीन.
अरे बाबा.
मैं मीडिया खबरी.
जी,
Thank you,
मीडिया
sir.
वाले, हाँ, हम सब बिहाइंड द सीन्स से लेके आते हैं खबरें.
वेरी गुड.
थैंक यू सर.
Thank you so much.
तुम जहाँ भी हो चले आओ, सितारों की सजी महफिल ना उठ जाए, चले आओ. बहुत बेचैन है दिल।
क्या बात है, ऑसम।
तो वहां से शुरुआत।
So thank you very much. We won't take too much of your
Thank
time
you.
through. And tomorrow's your first show in Australia, in the capital, and of course, this is just a glimpse of the audience.
What?
Oh, he's on phone. क्या नाम है उनका? संजीव जी। तो संजीव जी का सवाल है ये। संजीव जी, आप माइक्रोफोन पे, मैं एक सेकंड आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है हरी जी से?
हाँ, नमस्कार हरिहरन जी, मैं दर्पण हिंदी रेडियो सिडनी से बोल रहा हूँ।
नमस्कार।
और हम लोग करीब 25 साल से सिडनी में कम्युनिटी रेडियो चला रहे हैं और आपसे सभी लोगों ने काफी प्रश्न पूछ चुके हैं। तो मैं बस एक ही प्रश्न पूछना चाहता हूँ कि नए कलाकारों के लिए, विशेषकर यहाँ ऑस्ट्रेलिया में रहने वालों के लिए क्या सलाह देंगे, वो कैसे कामयाब हो सकते हैं?
सर एक और बार आप रिपीट कर सकते हो?
अच्छा, मैं ये पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि व्हाट इज योर एडवाइस फॉर ऑल द न्यू सिंगर्स हियर इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया?
समझ गया।
हाउ कैन दे सक्सीड इन लाइफ इन दिस म्यूजिक फील्ड?
जी, देखिए सिंगर्स जो हैं, एक तो सुर में होना चाहिए सिंगर्स जो हैं, क्योंकि क्या होता है ना, दैट इज व्हाई दे से दिस इज अ गिफ्ट। सिंगिंग और म्यूजिक इज अ गिफ्ट, क्योंकि आपको जो परखना है सुर, वो या तो है या तो नहीं है। सारे अगर बच्चा का ठीक है, पास अरे नहीं बारा भोले नीचे आओ, तो नीचे बैठ जाएगा वो। तो ये जो है सुर जरूरी है। वो होने के बाद कुछ सीखना चाहिए। एक तो आप सुन के गा सकते हैं, आजकल बच्चे बहुत तेज हैं, तभी हम भी तेज थे, उसके बावजूद उसके बाद सीखना चाहिए। अरे आपको कुछ भी काम के लिए यू हैव टू बी एजुकेटेड ना, तो गाने के लिए जरूर गाना सीखना चाहिए। वो कुछ भी हो, जैसे हिंदुस्तानी हो, कर्नाटिक हो या वेस्टर्न म्यूजिक हो, उसमें क्या होता है ना, सुर और ताल ये दोनों पक्का हो जाता है। एंड दिस इज अ लाइफलाइन फॉर अ म्यूजिशियन। these are the two ingredients with which you can make music, sur and tal. So this you can sunte by just listening you will get it, but if you have a guru, you get you learn that, you will have more confidence, and you can start improvising and you can also start composing. तो इन चीजों के लिए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है। तो सीखना चाहिए, गाना चाहिए, रियाज करना चाहिए। That's it.
Sanjeev ji, thank you very much from Sydney, and to all our media partners and supporters and sponsors.
We won't let you go. आप एक अपनी आवाज में अपना मनपसंद गीत जाते जाते, कल तो सुनेंगे आपकी आवाज में, लेकिन
जो मैं नहीं गाने वाला मैं गाऊंगा। अच्छा,
कोई भी भाषा में।
My first song was a ghazal, फिल्म गमन 1977।
वेरी ट्रू।
अजीब सानेहा मुझ पर गुजर गया यारो,
क्या बात।
मैं अपने साये से कल रात डर गया यारो।
वाह।
सानेहा का मतलब है हादसा। A very odd incident took place with me. I got scared of my own shadow. ये उसका है। अजीब सानेहा मुझ पर गुजर गया यारो, मैं अपने साए से कल रात डर गया यारो। अजीब सानेहा हर एक नक्श तमन्ना का हो गया धुंधला, हर एक जख्म मेरे दिल का भर गया यारो। अजीब सानेहा।
Awesome. वाह, लाजवाब। This is so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, a loud round of applause, and once again welcome Padma Shri Hariharan ji. Thank you very much, Akshay. And of course to Sid and Darshil, thank you for bringing this to Canberra and starting the tour. Gentlemen, if you want to please take your seats. And ladies and gentlemen, we'll start with the dinner and entrees, and of course we'll do some photos as well. If you just want a quick photo, Dipesh.
देखो आप प्लान कर रहे हो ना अभी पंजाबी सॉन्ग कपिल जी के साथ, मेरा नाम मत भूलना। मैंने आपको बोला था मेरा नाम क्या है वैसे आपको पता है? हाँ बोलिए।
मनी
मनी यस, कभी नहीं भूल सकते हैं। तो जरूर आप मेंशन कीजिए कि मुझे मनी ने इंस्पिरेशन दी।
बिल्कुल।
कपिल जी के साथ और कपिल को बोलना चंडीगढ़ की लड़की है। पंजाबी में मैसेज वो बिल्कुल बहुत
वो तो इज अ लवली पर्सन।
हाँ उसको कहना पंजाबी लड़की है। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
ओके मनी, ऑल द बेस्ट।
थैंक यू सर। आप आते रहिएगा। आप भोजपुरी भी गए आपने? हाँ गए। बनारस बीच बोर्न एंड ब्रॉट अप देयर।
मैंने एक मितली में भी गाया हूँ।
मैं मैथिली जो बिहार का
हाँ जी वो गाया।
आरा बलिया छपरा ABCD
पंजाबी में गाइए।
हो जाए पंजाबी अभी
नहीं अभी सीखे।
अभी सीखेंगे। That was amazing.
वैसे कपिल के साथ आपका अच्छा लगा। मैंने देखा था जब आप बाहर गए थे ना तब मैं तो कपिल के शो देख रही थी।
क्योंकि क्या है ना एक बहुत अच्छा कहा आपने। मैं मेरे ध्यान में चल रहा था, बहुत लोग कहते हैं मुझे पंजाबी अभी
वैसा कुछ म्यूजिक चलाते हैं क्योंकि आजकल
मेरा वो चप्पा चप्पा नियरली
हाँ
पंजाबी
वो
एक
कल सुनने को मिलेगा था। चलिए बढ़िया। थैंक यू सो मच।
मणि
मनी
एंड मीनू
ट्रिपल एम
सब हो जाएंगे वो।